My daily thought for today is on masturbation. Now, this video mainly pertains towards males simply because I'm a male myself, so I can use my own experience with the topic to bring more sense to this video. So, I'm just going to get straight into it, and then we're going to look at a few different questions, and so we can help assess how we are in terms of handling sexual urges to masturbate ultimately. So I believe, actually I don't believe, I would say I know, or I would think there is not a single way that masturbation can benefit a person's life. I understand it depends on the person, and there may be various, different levels of urges to masturbate, but really it comes down to how you want to utilize your energy. So I propose three questions. Are you in a sexual relationship? Do you do some sort of physical workouts? Do you take part in any mentally taxing activities? If you were to say no to any of those, with exception to the sexual relationship one, which simply because it's not always possible for everyone, I would say that there are still some avenues to take to alleviate that feeling to masturbate. Now, let's start off with the sexual relationship one. So, and I would never try to bring my own life into my videos. I'm simply using it as an example. Now, I'm in a sexual relationship, and I never have an urge to masturbate. It's just why the way I live my life is, why would I masturbate when I can share my sexual energy with my wife? So that's how I use my sexual energy. In I could go a little deeper into that actually, but maybe in another video I'll actually do that, but I'll leave it at that. So I can use my sexual energy in that way if I choose to. But I can also save that energy, for something else. Okay? And so let's go to the next one. Do we do some sort of physical workouts? So in physical workouts which involve intensity, or if you simply have a day job that involves manual labor, you're going to be using up a lot of your energy reserves, because physical exertion requires a lot of energy as it is, so it's going to bring down that urge to masturbate. So if you don't have a job that involves manual labor, for example, or maybe you don't work out, maybe that would be, something to look into. Maybe working out, you can simply do all kinds of stuff in your own, in the privacy of your own place of living. You can do squats, push-ups. I mean, you can do shoulder raises, lateral raises, shrugs, all without weights. There's no excuse. There's no reason. You know what I mean? You can exhaust yourself in the privacy of your own home without any money involved. So let's take a look at the third one. Do you take part in any mentally taxing activities? Well, creativity requires a lot of energy and effort to come up with ideas, to create a vision for your life, or to, build a visual picture in your life, in your mind, so that you can maybe make it into a picture, or make it into a reality in terms of like a business or some sort. That requires a lot of energy, and that's and the brain is also a muscle, so you can train the brain. So similar to working out, you can mentally exhaust yourself. I'm sure we all know about this, okay? I mean, you study for something. or you try to memorize something, or you try to learn something new. You know, from my experience, trying to learn something new just depletes me, just exhausts me. I don't have any urge to masturbate after that. I just want to rest. I just want to rest my mind, rest my head. So ultimately, I think that before I say that, there are many other consequences that I believe follow masturbation, but I don't have to dive into those. Simply because, getting back to what I was saying, I believe that, or I think ultimately masturbation can be looked at from an energy perspective. So you don't have to try to, you know, scare someone into not masturbating. You can just explain to them that energetically, from an energetic perspective, masturbation is an unproductive energy sap. That is all of it. That's it. That's all of it. All it is. What else is it? It brings immediate pleasure, which requires no effort. So you're not developing any real skills. You're not getting better at anything other than pleasuring your own self. And when is that going to be? How is that going to be monetized? How are you going to be able to make that into something? Other than porn sites, which we know how I feel about that, and the reason this channel exists is because of awareing people on the effects of such porn sites. So ultimately, it's an unproductive energy sap. I don't think there's any more to it. I think actually more fruitful things and more fulfilling emotions can be gained from using that energy that you feel maybe to masturbate with towards something else in life. You will find that you have a lot more joy in what that brings you.